Hello everyone. Today we're doing TryHackMe's Basic Pentesting, Capture the Flag. Let's get started. We'll do a Nmap scan. We'll do a fast scan just to see what's available real quick. So we got 22, 139, 80, and 445 open. So we'll do a Feroxbuster scan since port 80 is open. And then the questions on the room were: find the services exposed by the machine, use Nmap. What is the name of the hidden directory on the web server? It's development, that's the only one that's showing up. So with this, we have port 20. We already know the ports that are open, so let's visit the web page and the directory that we had. We get two files, so there's I've been messing with the strut staff, and it's pretty cool. I think it might be neat to host that on the server too. Haven't made any real web apps yet, but I have tried that example. You get to show off how it works, and it's the REST version of the example. Oh, and right now I'm using version 2.5.12 because other versions are giving me trouble. K. SMB has been configured K. I got Apache set up. We'll put it in our content later, J. So we know there's two users, J and K. I've been auditing the contents of Etsy Shadow to make sure we don't have any weak credentials, and I was able to crack your hash really easily and know our password. You know our password policy, so please follow it. Change your password ASAP. K. Okay, so we know that J has a weak password because K is saying that. But there's nothing else on this web page. Undergoing maintenance. Check back later. Nothing there. Okay. So it says, back to the questions. It says use brute forcing to find username or password. Okay, so we know that SMB is open. So we'll do enum for Linux. See if there's any shares. Right here we got share names, anonymous, and right here it shows that we can access it. So let's go here and we're doing Smbclient IP address, the name of the share, and then the capital N flag for not to ask for authorization because it's an anonymous share. So it just lets us avoid typing in a password or typing in anonymous. So we'll see what's in there, and we get staff.txt. So we'll just get staff.txt, get the file, exit, cat it. Announcement to staff: please do not upload non-work related items to the share. I know it is all and fun, but this is how mistakes happen. This means you two Jan. Okay, so now I know the two names are Jan and K. And Jan has a weak password. And SSH is open. There's nothing else on the website. So that means we're going to have to brute force Jan's SSH password using sudo or using Hydra. So it's going to be Hydra with a lowercase l for individual username, uppercase P for a password file. I'm giving it RockU. Then the protocol name, which is SSH, IP address, lowercase f flag for it to automatically quit once it finds a successful password, uppercase V flag for verbosity to show all the tries, and then a lowercase t for threads for 4 because SSH only allows you to have a minimal amount of threads. This is actually going to take quite a while, but not as long as it would if it had to go through 14,344,400 different candidates. But just to put this on scale for other password size lists, if you go to this website called crackstation.net, they actually allow you to download their dictionaries. You just go here, and they have their main password cracking dictionary, which is 1,493,677,782 words. It's 15 gigabytes for download, which expands to a lot. Oh, it's 4.3 gigabytes compressed, and that's 15 gigabytes uncompressed. They have a more manageable password list, which is their human-only password list, which is 684 megabytes, and it's got 64 million passwords in it, which is 4 or 5 times more than RockU has. And then if you go to this website, Have I Been Pwned, in their password area, you can test to see if your password has been in any data breach links and is on the dark web or anything. So say if you wanted to type password, then you hit enter, it'll show you. So this one, password has been breached or shown up in 46,658,894 times in data breaches. And then if you add 1 to that, still shows up in 7 million. Password 12, still 600,000. Password 123, even more than that. That was 2 million. So now you're going up in numbers. Password 1234, lower again, 400,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lower. But this is only passwords that show up in data breaches, so it's not guaranteed all of them. But if it does, like, so say if I just type in some nonsensical randomized string, it's not. Yeah, see, good news, you're no pwnage found. It's not going to find it because it's not in their list of breached passwords. And then a totally hypothetical but plausible situation. It's not really useful to try every single variation of every possible password string, because the amount of space that's needed to have that amount of password combinations is, you hit a storage wall extremely quick. So if we use this command called crunch, and you add a plus sign, 4 plus signs, each plus sign stands for a character set. So the first one is lowercase alphabet A through Z. The second one is uppercase alphabet. The third one is numbers one through 0, and the last one is all special characters. And before that, we'll put 8, so it starts off at a combination of 8, minimal of 8 characters, and we'll do, let's say, 20 for, some extreme password places require 20, but this would generate something that's, whoa. It's already filled up the whole page, but it would create something that's 1,005 or 15,610 petabytes or pentabytes or whatever the hell is past a terabyte. So that's not feasibly possible on any of today's storage capacity, known. It would have created however many lines that is. I can't even process the amount of whatever illions that is. But it would have started from everything from A all the way to whatever the last character is and the special characters. It's still going to take a little while. So what is the username? Username is Jan. What is the password? We're working on that right now. Should be getting there soon. Definitely before 800. Winner, chicken dinner. Alright, so Armando. What is the password? Armando. So SSH Jan. One 64. Yes. Armando. And we got a show. So what we'll do is we'll have Linpeas right here. You can find it in Kali and the share directory. It's like a it's in the Linpeas peas, and then you have a Linux and Windows, whichever system you're enumerating. There's different ones in each one of those. But anyways, we're gonna set up a Python web server to pull it from our attack machine to our victim machine. Then we'll just do change directory into the temp directory, and then chain with wget for the IP address of your attack machine, port number, name of the item, and then we'll do another chain command for chmod to make it executable. And then one last chain command just to run it right after it does all those. There you go. So then close out the Python. And this is going to run. It takes a little bit of time on certain steps. Certain steps it flies by, other ones it's got to do a lot of stuff in the background. A lot of the output's just nonsensical noise. It's not really used for for a lot of things. Like I've only ever used any of these exploit suggesters like maybe once or twice. This stuff it doesn't really pertain to us. This stuff definitely doesn't pertain to us. We're not, obviously it's an Amazon cloud process. It's TryHackMe, so this stuff you don't fuck with. It's not any of our business. This stuff it's not really useful right now. The most stuff that's useful is this stuff right here. Anything that says check for vulnerability cron jobs. This stuff has interesting items in it. Not right now though. Nothing out of the ordinary. None of this matters. You want to look for stuff that has to do with like sometimes you'll find like internal networks that have like open ports with a different IP address that you could like port forward to or something, but that doesn't pertain to us in this walkthrough. SID bit sets, that's something you want to pay attention to, but this is just normal stuff. There is exploits that use this, but that's not this time. This is what we're looking for right here. So, searching common password files, nothing was there. Analyzing SSH files, they found the other user K, because we're Jan right now, and they found her IDSRA private key readable. So what we'll do is we'll copy this, go up here, nano IDSRA, paste it, go to the top. There has to be a space between the the DEK info string and the actual key data. So then we'll save this, use SSH to John to put it in a hash file because it's passphrase protected, and then we'll use John on that hash file with the Rocky password list to find the Alright, what was it? I'd already cracked it before, so that's why it wasn't showing up. So this time it'll. There we go. Beeswax. So that's the passphrase. So now we know the passphrase. So we got a chmod 600, the IDRSA file to make it only readable and writable by our user, and then we'll SSH with the lowercase I for the IDSRA file, and then K is the user at IP, and then beeswax, and we got in his K. So pass readable and writable by us. That's our, so what service do you use to access the server? All caps, SSH, enumerate the machine, find the vectors for privilege escalation. What is the name of the other user you found? All lowercase. K. If you have another user, what can you do with this information? We got the IDSRA, and then our final password is there you go. And that's the walkthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, have a good one.